It was a whole plot. The whole vacation thing was a whole setup to unalive her. The room doesn't look like it was a room that was meant for any celebration. There was so much space in the room. Like when you're trying to like have a party, you know, there's you put things, you put decorations, like there's literally no space, but there was space made there. Like they knew what they were going to do. And she was naked. Why was she naked? So she would just move around naked. She was humiliated. So personally, I feel like she was like taking a bath, like showering, and she was dragged out of the bathroom, and that was done to her. Hola Karibu, if it's your first time here, my name is Eges. Welcome to my channel and kindly join the family by subscribing. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for tuning in. So in today's video, we'll be talking about the case of Shanquilla Robinson, who was beaten to death by her so-called friends. The hate was too much, like, you know, beaten naked by your so-called friends. It's really crazy and it's really heartbreaking, especially for her mom and her at that moment. The fear and everything she went through till she died is really awful. And honestly, this is out of jealousy, because I don't know what will push 6 people, male and female, to, I don't know, set up a whole plan just to unalive somebody. One person. Someone was beaten by her own friend, and the other friends were just there sitting, watching, recording, like beaten naked, like I don't know. Anyways, as I said, we're not going into those details, and we'll be talking about how to know a jealous friend, because the danger is never for real. Like, it's never from a stranger, because I don't know why a stranger would be jealous of a random person, you know. So the jealousy is always around, the danger is always around, and I'm just going to be telling you from my own experience and perspective, signs of a jealous friend, you know. Okay, so first and foremost, personal experience, I've actually noticed that people who are jealous of you don't necessarily have less than you. Do you understand? For example, someone is from a good family, the person earns good money, the person is healthy and everything, but you don't have good health, you're not from a rich family or a good family, or you're not very bright in school. But the moment you, who doesn't have like good living conditions, you start stepping up, the person who is already ahead of you will still get jealous of your small achievements. So this jealousy thing is something really, I don't know, sometimes I don't understand. You know, someone is living off well, but they get jealous and they, you know, nurture so much hatred in their heart. When you start stepping up, you know, you start thriving in the things you do, but still you're not better than them materially. So that's the first thing you have to know. So if you see signs of jealousy in like a friend, and you start saying you're just tripping, you know, you're thinking too much, because the person is already way off better than you, and there's no way the person will be jealous. So this jealousy thing is not really about what you possess, but it's just about the heart of the person. Okay, so in no order of merit, I'm just going to be telling you what you should look out for. The very first thing is competition. This has happened to me, and it was really crazy. And competition, if you see a friend or someone who is kind of close, anyways, competing with you, it's not because they're trying to level up as well. It's just because they don't like seeing you achieving something. They don't like seeing you getting better, and they'll try to be in competition with you. You know, you do something, they'll do it. You do something, they'll do it. Especially when you receive compliments for these little things you're trying to do. For example, like you buy a plant and you start taking care of the plant, it's growing and everything, then someone sees and be like, wow, you're taking care of this plant, it's all nice and stuff. Then that so-called friend will see you receiving compliments for the things you're trying to, you know, level up on, just little things, and the person will also go and buy a plant. You try to, I don't know, maybe decorate your room and make it nice, you know, you get compliments because your room now is looking nice, you've done this, you've done that. The person goes and the person, your so-called friend, will go and do the same thing. So some people, they'll overlook this, but in the long run you actually see this is just sign of jealousy, because the person doesn't want to see you you know, move ahead in life, level up. The person doesn't want to see that. If you can't be better than the person. So that's the mindset these jealous friends will have. They don't want to see you level up. They don't want that. So if you see this sign, you should be careful, you should look up. Another point I'm going to talk about is if you have a friend who is into, like, there are two scenarios. Okay, one is the friend is nice to you in private, like one-on-one. The person is nice to you and, you know, being so sweet and everything, but behind your back they talk nonsense. They talk nonsense, like, and sometimes you can actually see it when maybe you're moving with this person in public and other people will be like, how come you walk together? Because the person is talking nonsense, BS in your back. So be careful with this type of person. If in your presence or in your absence they are talking nonsense about you, but when you're just one-on-one, the person is trying to act sweet and nice, be careful. And the other scenario is when they're talking bad about you in your presence, like they're always trying to belittle you. You know, if you're trying to do something nice, I don't know, you bought a nice dress, you're trying to change your style, they'll be like, it will never look good on you, you know, and stuff like that. They're trying to belittle you when you're one-on-one. They don't show much love or concern, but when you're in public they act like they're your friends. You should watch out, because in this case probably you have something they're gaining whilst being friends with you in public. You understand? Like, okay, you're very good in school, like you have great notes and stuff, so you are popular in school because you're a smart girl or smart boy, whatever, and they like associating themselves with you because they have something to gain. So in these two cases you should watch out. Be it they're saying something behind your back in front of you, but they don't have the same energy everywhere. You should be very careful. The third point we are going to talk about is very important, because, like, how was I blind to see? Anyways, gossip, like, is the ultimate. Like, this is, you don't have to go far. Gossip, as in, like, if you have this friend who is always talking nonsense about people to you, like, the way they, like, it's not, there's a difference, I don't know how to put it. There's a way someone can share something that happened with somebody, like that, you know, this thing happened to this person, the person got sick or anything, and when someone is literally just talking nonsense to talk nonsense about somebody else. So if you see, like, someone is always telling you, this your so-called friend is always telling you that this person has done this, oh, this person has done this, she committed, she had an abortion, oh, he's a womanizer, all this kind of things, like, always talking nonsense. It's never something good in most cases. Anyways, be careful, because the same energy they're talking nonsense about others to you, that's the same energy they're talking nonsense about you to others. So that's another sign of a jealous friend, because in the end they'll be talking nonsense about you because they're probably jealous of something you have and they're trying to sabotage you, you know, tarnish your image. Yeah, so be careful of this kind of people. Opening up. Like if you have a friend and you're always opening up to this friend and the friend never opens up to you, you should be very careful. You should be very careful, because the person is probably gathering like your personal information to share to others, not for your good, of course. So if you have this friend, like if you're always sharing like your things, good, bad, you're opening up to this person, pouring out your hearts to them, and the person never shares anything, like the person never goes deep with you, they're probably gathering information and not giving out their own information. So you won't have anything against them, but they have something they can use against you. Like you'd be like, oh, someone in my family is sick, you're sad, you're crying, and when you ask the person, how have you been lately, the person is always like, I've been fine, I've been fine. No, I don't think there's anybody who just can be always be fine. Like we have known each other a year, 3, you're always fine, nothing ever, nothing. So if you have this type of person, be careful. Also, when you share your achievements, like how do they react, how do they react, you should be very careful, because there are people who are really good at faking, like straight hypocrites, you know. So you can never tell with some of them, but you should be very careful and be very discerning about your friends, because you never know, actually you never know. So if like you've accomplished something, like some small achievement, but to you it's not something small, like you worked so hard to get the achievement, like I don't know, you find, okay, there's this business you wanted to do, you finally started, and you share with this your friend, and the person is like, okay, good for you. Was okay, good for you. Especially, okay, we let's talk more about this, like especially if the person is not financially unstable, you know, like the person already has something in the bank, like they're already doing so well for themselves, but they're still not happy for you. If it was in the case like you have this friend, like nothing is really going for that person, business, work, their health, their family, like nothing is going well in their lives, like you could understand that, okay, they are happy for you, but you know they can't really share much of that joy because they are nowhere in life, like they don't have so much going well for them. That is understandable. For me personally, that is understandable. That is why I always recommend that if you have someone who is going through, like if you have a friend who is going through hardships and it's not really easy for that person, know how you share your achievements to them, because sometimes it's not jealousy, but they feel left out on God's blessings, like they feel left out, like okay, God has forgotten about them, you know, their entourage, like everyone in their entourage is like doing well for themselves, they have great families, great jobs, health, like everything is going well for them, for others, but nothing is going well for them. So in this case is that they just feel left out on God's blessings. They can't really celebrate with you, not because they hate you, not because they are jealous, but just because, you know, things are not working out for them. So there's a difference. And people like this, I think you should just pray for them that, you know, things will start working out for them as well. And you should also know the way you share with them. Some want to be happy, but they can't really be happy, and you might misinterpret it like, okay, it's jealousy. So in this case, you should really try to discern and know, like, okay, why is this person not happy for me the way I'll be happy for them? Also, on the achievement part, if they're trying so hard to belittle your achievements, then watch out. For example, you have your business going, you've been wanting to do this for a very long time, then when you put everything in place and you share with them, they're like, oh, that's your small business. Anything they want to say, they'll be like, oh, that's your small business. And they'll be doing that not just in front of you, but in front of others. For example, they're in front of, like, you have a common friend, you have a friend in common, then they'll be like, oh, did you hear, yeah, she started that her small business, you know, that her little business. You could get some things for like EUN, like equi, $1, $2, you know, that has small business, you know. I hope everything works well for her, you know. What's that for? With friends trying to belittle you, I have an experience in this. I've experienced this before, like, and at that point I didn't notice it because I didn't want to notice it. Like, there were so many signs from this person, like, this person is jealous of you, but I couldn't accept it because it made no sense. Someone, what do I have for you to be jealous of me? Like, what do I have for you to be jealous of me? And that's the mistake you should never make. Never think you are useless or you have nothing for someone to be jealous of you. People will still be jealous of you. People will still be jealous of you. Even if you feel like you are the unluckiest person on earth, people will still be jealous of the nothing you feel like you don't have. Like, it's crazy. So what happened is, we're somewhere, I think, like, I don't know, I don't want to put in so much details, but this thing happened. This person was complimenting my Mandarin, my Chinese, saying that, oh, your Chinese is good, it sounds so good, wow. And this person, who back then I really considered a lot though, anyways, this person said, her Chinese is good is because she's been studying Chinese for a long time. First of all, I don't need to explain anything here, but like, even if it were the case, like, I've been studying Chinese for a long time, like, what has it got to do with the person complimenting my Chinese? Like, there were so many signs coming, like, and I was trying not to see it because so be careful. So all my hard work that I worked hard to make my Chinese good, it was belittled to what? All my hard work belittled to what? Studying Chinese for a long time. So please be careful. Watch out. They are never far away. They are never far away, because why would a stranger be jealous of you, like, at the point of trying to unalive you? It's really crazy. And with the case of Shanquella Robinson, we can really see how jealousy can move to so much hatred. Because if you see the whole setting, if you observe it, like that video where she was being beaten till she died, you can really see that it was a whole plot. The whole vacation thing was a whole setup to unalive her. The room doesn't look like it was a room that was meant for any celebration. There was so much space in the room. Like, when you're trying to, like, have a party, you know, you put things, you put decorations, like, there's literally no space, but there was space made there. Like, they knew what they were going to do. And she was naked. Why was she naked? So she would just move around naked? She was humiliated. So personally, I feel like she was like taking a bath, like showering, and she was dragged out of the bathroom, and that was done to her. Like, it hurts. Like, your own friends, one is beating you, the others are recording and just making comments. Nobody. So you die, and they call your mom, start telling some fake stories. Like, people, you nurtured jealousy, hate, at the point of wanting to finish with somebody. So that's what I'm saying, that we should pray to guard our hearts to not be in the position of either Shanquella, either her so-called friends, because both cases are sad. One lost her life, the other person gave in to so much jealousy and hate. Like, let's be careful. So, like, really watch out. Pray for discerning spirits to be able to discern these things, and always trust your guts, always trust your instincts. Like, sometimes you might be in danger, but Like, God gave us instincts for a reason. Like, trust your instincts. Sometimes you might want to go somewhere with some people, but your spirit doesn't feel right. You don't feel right in your spirit. If you feel like leaving, just leave. Just leave before you end up somewhere unalived. So let's really pray, because this jealousy thing, it seems so enticing. So let's pray to God our hearts from this jealousy, envy, or this hatred thing, and also to be discerning enough to see the dangers around us. Anyways, if you have other points to add, kindly do that in the comment section below. This will be the end of the video. I hope we all learned something, and yeah, this will be the end of the video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Merci, au revoir, bye bye.